Hi, I'm Karceno.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Karceno and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Oh, snap! See no back ball. Ah! Cut it off, Brian. What's up? It's your boy Karceno here. Don't forget to hit the Cash App. We got Cash App questions. It's crazy in here. This Diddy news just gets weirder and weirder every damn day, don't it? Gosh, it just don't stop. I don't want to talk about Diddy. They force you to talk about Diddy. But let's go to the Cash App question. Whack 100 Rod. Whack 100 needs to get whacked. Okay. Thanks, Rod, for the donation. Appreciate it. I want to believe that's Tracy. That's Tracy. Okay. All right. Tracy, thank you for the donation. Which car would you say is better? The Chevys or Fords? Chevrolet? Is they even in business? Do you mean GNC? Ford. Okay. Need NFL picks this week. Go to my Patreon. That's GL. GL, go to my Patreon. It's Karceno for life. Okay, he just said Knicks. That's all he put. Okay, Tom. Lil Ro. Okay, Lil Ro, thanks for your Cash App. More info on Jay-Z and Beyonce. Okay, I gave you that. On the Patreon, we got Ray J and Bow Wow thing going on. So that's going to drop tonight, and we got a lot of other stuff coming too. Now, we're going to get into this. Okay, I'll do one more of the Cash App donation questions. Do you know that we're going to war? Yes, Stephanie, I do know we're going to war. It's a lot finna transpire before Biden get out of office. Now, let's get to the Diddy news. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all who donated to the Cash App Karceno. Now let's get to why we're here. All right, Sean Diddy Combs is now being presented with information that Diddy, or the guy they call Sean Diddy Combs, the business mogul, rapper, philanthropist, whatever you want to call it. The situation has changed and pivoted. And happy birthday to my cousin Dwight. Today's his birthday, so let me put that out there. Now, yes, exactly. Now, everybody needs to know one or two things here. His celebrity is, what do you want him to do about it? Y'all put him there. They wanted you to go somewhere else. Y'all put him there. For what? I don't even know. But they put him there. I'm going to explain that line to people. On that day, Puffy just got the biggest check of his life. All the money from Life After Death, No Way Out, Mace's first album, all of that money that was building up was paid out around that time. And he got the most massive check he has ever gotten in his life. Right before they was doing the video, the song, everything. You Can Hate Me Now. Yes, we're going to do a video based on how that happened. But I'm glad you brought that up. I got million thugs on salary. Do it now. So that's what that was about. Now, oh yeah, that will be on the Patreon. Let me repeat too. This would be on the Patreon. Now, what do you want Diddy to do about his celebrity and fame? You knew that was the case. They asked you to move him to Jersey, where there's more space, where he can do what he has to do. But wherever he goes, he's going to take that celebrity with him, no matter what you think about him or what you try to do. He's a celebrity. So you're trying to put him in a box with everybody else who don't nobody really know if they walk down the street. If Diddy's walking down the street, you're going to know Diddy. Oh man, Safia passed away. Safia. Man, rest in peace, Safia. Man, he died today on my cousin's birthday. My cousin, that was one of his favorite rappers. Damn. The one I just said happy birthday to, the white, this is his guy. Safia. Safia. Damn. Rest in peace, Safia. In case y'all don't know, he was Harrell in Menace to Society. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Get out the car, Kane. He told Kane to get out the car. He was going for the strap. He's like, he is the truth. No. So anyway, back to this, man. It's a far thing. Safia just messed everything up for me right now. But we got to get through with this. Now, here's the thing with Diddy. Diddy is a celebrity. So there have been brawls that have happened in the prison, and they're tying that to Diddy because people want to see Diddy. It's like, man, Diddy here, where he at? I hear he is. My cousin called me from out there saying Diddy is on this wing. I'm trying to see Diddy. I talked to the guard. I'm like, where he at? Where he at? I want to see him. Like, they ain't trying to fight him. It's people in there trying to buddy up with him. Like, yo, dog, when you get out, yo, look me up. Yo, my guy from over here and over there. Yo, he got you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get you this. So if you beat the case, man, remember, man, I look out for you. You know what I'm saying? My man's out there. Yo, he gonna take care of this for you. You know what I'm saying? We got you up in here. You know what I'm saying? You good. That's what's going on up in there. They thinking people in there trying to take them out and all that. That ain't the case. It's entirely the opposite. They want to get over there to get the Diddy so they can lean on them, so they can have somebody to owe them something. That got something that's worth something outside the jail. So it's causing a whole lot of unrest because everybody want the same thing. So they fighting over who finna get in there and get Diddy. I'm telling you, it's a problem. For most of these guys, they want to run out there and put hands on Diddy. It's not happening, bruh. You ain't going to be able to do that. The situations haven't changed. Everybody know what's up. They know the program. They seeing it happen right before their eyes. So why would they act a certain way when it don't even matter to act a certain way? It's not even important. No, it's entirely different. Inmates are fighting each other. They all want to get a glimpse of Diddy. They want to see who this guy is. They want to meet him in person. No, these people would pay money to go to a concert to see Diddy perform or just go to the club just to witness Diddy. They tried to charge me $250 at the door just to go in the club that Diddy was at. He wasn't even performing. We was at the Super Bowl. It was the Super Bowl week. Floyd Mayweather had a party. Diddy had a party. All these dudes had joints going on and couldn't do anything. That Diddy popped her and not Shyne. Listen. I never spoke on the Shyne situation. But let me tell you this real quick. The argument started over Shyne. Shyne was allegedly signed to some people. Hit the like button, y'all, because we finna go there. Hit the like button. I know y'all just walked through the door. Everybody else know better. But for everybody else in the world, hit that like button up because we about to go there. Y'all want to go there? I do it real fast. Y'all tell me y'all want to go there, we'll go there. All right. Whitney said, let's go there. Lee said, let's go there. Richie saying, let's go there. Isaiah saying, let's go there. Let's go, Big Papa. All right, well, we'll do this real quick. These people were upset. Wasn't because somebody bumped into somebody. That because the place is so small. It had nothing to do with it. The place is kind of narrow. It's like everybody kind of like this. So if you got the VIP section, which Diddy got the big section. And then they saw these dudes and they was not happy. Because the situation that acquired prior about dude is signed to them. And they brought that up and they talked about how he was a snake and this and that. And Shyne knew what was up. So Diddy and this guy's talking, right? And the dude was like, man, Diddy was like, look, man, I'll buy you a bottle. You know, Diddy is also, hey, I'll buy you a bottle. What's up, Kev Cook? Diddy was like, I'll buy you a bottle. Look, I'll buy you a bottle. He's like, I don't need your money. I got money. He tossed money up in Diddy's face. Like, threw this money. Like, dude, I got money. And when he did that, reached down and threw the money up, Shyne panicked, thinking he was going for a pistol or whatever, pulled out a gun, which caused them to pull out a gun. Now, shots are being fired. Who shot first? I don't know. But this fool pulled out the gun first. Sean Paul. He was the first one to pull out a gun. Then they pulled their guns. Jennifer Lopez is just, she was so shook. She was standing up. When the shots was going down. Security tackled her, threw her on the ground, boom, because she was standing up like an idiot. They threw her down and Pope blasted. Then it's a shootout going back and forth. Diddy grabbed a pistol, start blasting. Diddy blasting with him. Let's go. Diddy trying to get up out of there. Now, if one of the bullets popped down the face by accident, some person, sorry about that, wasn't the target. I don't know. So Diddy got in the car. They got security out. They got him into the cars. And she got hit. Sorry. You know, it ain't my thing. That's just what I was told. Now, this is what I was told. They got in the car. The gun that they had in the car wasn't used in the shooting. All the cars, the security, they just got in the car. That wasn't the car they even came in. They just pushed them in the car. They drove off. They got pulled over quick by the cops. Boom. Now, Shyne was the one that went crazy shooting. Now, I know that. There's security footage of them coming out the club and they yelling at Shyne, like, dude, what you start shooting for? Beanie Medina came and got her out of jail. And for putting her whole career in that shambles, they didn't want nothing to do with Diddy no more. Well, who was Puff Daddy. And because of that incident, Puff Daddy was never used no more. Puff Daddy, his whole thing with Puff Daddy was done. Because of that incident, he rebranded himself as Diddy, P. Diddy. Puff Daddy was gone. So therefore, when you look up Puff Daddy, you were seeing the J-Lo, the case, and everything else. He changed his whole name from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy. That became his new brand. And 50 Cent wrote the lyrics to Let's Get It for Diddy. So all that song, that's what he was like, dude, you wrote that. Shootouts, coastal beef, your Diddy did it. Now they changed the lyrics up because what 50 Cent wrote was shootouts, West Coast, East Coast beef. Yeah, Diddy was in it. But my one coastal beef, yeah, Diddy did it, but my money so long, but Diddy gotta quit. Him and J Lopez out in Central Pez. When you was riding around in Miami on mopeds. Yeah. What you just got here, I've been doing it for over 10 years. Yeah, the I Get Money remix. Yep. The I Get Money remix. He wrote that for Diddy. He wrote Diddy verse, and he wrote the Take This Money, Get This Money. 50 Cent wrote both of them for Diddy. People talking about banning Puff music. You can't ban Puff's music because Puff's music ain't Puff's music. You think? Why do you think they haven't put a ban on Puff music anywhere? Because those white folks own that music. Clive Davis, you finna stop Clive Davis money? Are you crazy? Clive Davis, that's the main asset that Puffy has, that he keeps taking loans out on, because that is worth billions. Because he owns that catalog and his ownership in that catalog, he could keep leveraging that to get multi-millions of dollars in loans. They do need authorization because we just went through this yesterday. You can't raid somebody's cell, Lee. You can't raid anybody's cell that's in the middle of a trial. See, it's innocent until proven guilty. And this is why I've always had a problem with people being incarcerated before the trial, because that's not innocent to proven guilty if you're going to throw them in jail. If you're throwing him in jail, he's innocent to proven guilty, then he should be able to be at the crib and go to the court. He should be out on bond pending what's going to happen in the trial. That's innocent to proven guilty. This is guilty until proven guilty. So I never was a fan of that. That is totally, you're guilty to proven innocent or guilty. That's just how it is. Once you're accused, you're guilty. Then once they charge you, you're just guilty. And it's up to you to prove you're innocent. That's not innocent to proven guilty. They reversed the law. An emergency meeting had to be called because of what they did. So allegedly, Diddy got people in the cell. He got other cellmates making his bed for him. They got people that's bringing him like items and all the stuff for Diddy. Anything Diddy needs, Diddy is getting in jail. He's basically organizing the jail. That's how they putting it. Diddy is organizing things. Like people there, like, hey, Diddy, I'm gonna make your bed. The dude was like, dude, I make Diddy's bed. Dude, what is you doing? I make his bed. How you gonna come in here and try to make his bed? You know I make his bed. And they getting into fights. They're fighting over who's making Diddy's bed in jail. And the government hate it.
According to someone who was in the unit that Diddy is in not long ago, there are like groupies among the inmates who want to do special things for Diddy and might even get jealous of another man who gets to make his bed or do other special nice things for Diddy. Lisa Evers, a super respected longtime reporter, spoke to somebody who was in the prison with Diddy and told us what's going on. He says Diddy's not in a cell at all. He's in a dorm with about 20 men who have high-profile cases. According to the man, this is not a really dangerous part of the prison. He said, everyone's chilling. Apparently, it's very important to him that everyone in there keep their spirits up. He goes around, he says, smile, and he looks you right in the eye and tries to make you happy and make you smile. Some of the men locked up with Diddy are fighting for the opportunity.
So, as you can see, right then and there, exactly. Toure is a guy who was fired for sexual harassment after he sexually harassed a woman on the job who was the makeup artist. She wasn't going for it. And he was the star host of the show. They had to fire him. That's how serious it was. He was saying some most outlandish stuff with her, trying to get her to do things anally with him. And he was married at the time. Yeah. Toure. And that guy's talking about Diddy. Of course he is. He's one of the biggest freaks. And that's why people who know Toure, they know he is. He's a weirdo. He's one of those weird freak dudes. Then he apologized for it, saying, I was just being funny, cracking jokes, but my humor was a little too much. I guess she couldn't take it, and I apologize for making her feel uncomfortable. No, you was a sexual harasser, and you was hoping she'd go for it, and she wasn't. She felt very uncomfortable coming in to do your makeup in between the shoots of the show, and all your jokes was trying to and ask her, did she like anal and all that? Very inappropriate at a workplace. So if I was you, Toure, I would stop talking. Well, when you see people that come from other walks of life, let's say you look at this other guy who's they call Joey, you know what I'm saying, that was cool with them. Hey, we got a Joey in here. We got a Joey Howard who says his wife is Lebanese. So, yeah. So this guy now is making a living out of it, coming up with this story about, oh, well, the intern said this and the intern said that about X, Y, and Z. Oh, the intern said we should be doing this. The intern said we should be doing that. My cousin was a special intern and he told me Diddy wanted him to stay at the house or the internship was over. Why didn't you tell the truth why your nephew was fired? And he didn't want to tell you why he was fired. Your nephew was fired because part of the internship is that you stay at the house. How they gonna intern you and mentor you when you're not around? He thought Diddy and them just gonna pay him money to do nothing while he'd walk around and just live the baller life like Diddy and party it up. and he had a hotel somewhere, staying somewhere in town, and ain't coming back to stay at the house. So that's part of the mentorship. We have to mentor you. You can't be out there in the streets just doing everything you want to do. That's why he was fired. And Diddy said, look, if you don't come back and stay at the house, you're fired. Not if you don't come back and sleep with me. No, you're staying in the house, doofy. But you, Toure, is a liar and a spin doctor. And that's what you want to do. You want to spin the narrative because now it's this Diddy situation. When after that whole situation went down, you was sitting there with Diddy after your cousin or nephew, whatever, or an internship was over. You were sitting with Diddy, posing with Diddy, taking pictures with Diddy. Hey, my friend Diddy. And then you said, oh, well, he never told me while he was fired. You know, I always asked him, but he never told me. You've seen Diddy. I'm quite sure you never asked Diddy why your nephew internship was over or his mentorship was over. So Diddy got one little small victory. They won't be shackling him anymore. When they brought him in the first time, they got shackles on his feet and his arms. Like what the hell are you shackling Diddy for? So the judge is like, yeah, that is excessive. Bring him in regular handcuffs. You don't have to shackle his ankles. Okay, y'all trying to make this, y'all trying to humiliate the man. Okay, that's not going to be accepted here. So I want to say thank you to the judge who saw that and saw those strange things acquire, you know. Right, all these people that was lying on Diddy, I want all of them to be sued because see what this does is teaches other women to lie and do this act. And they have, for real victims out there, they're embarrassing. You are taking advantage of these people that are really being assaulted and nobody's thinking about them. They just hate Diddy so much, they want to see him go down. Diddy killed Biggie. Diddy killed Tupac. Diddy, now he did it all. I'm like, the stupidity of people. Never underestimate the stupidity of the general public. I have to remember that. I was taught that, and I must remember it at all times. Never underestimate the stupidity of the genuine public, the general public. Never underestimate the stupidity of the general public. Because this is what's going on. It's mostly the ignorance of the general public because the general public don't really know because most of the general public, most of the stuff that they're talking about, they weren't even born. They weren't even born. So they don't know. Pac been dead before they were born. Big was dead before they were born. And they got the most to talk about it. These people. Yeah, and it's kind of shady, and I think now because Keefe D said this is Keefe D. Keefe D is a liar. It's been proven in court. He's told he will tell any lie, snitch, lie, anything to get out of doing life in jail. That's how we got here. The police lied. They lied in the Biggie investigation to try to make Richard Poole's story look like a lie because he blaming the police department. That's not good for the police department. So if you do that and you keep doing that, you bring in a lying snitch female who has nothing to do with anything to say this happened and this guy named Poochie did it. It wasn't a cop. It was Poochie. Poochie did not shoot Biggie. This is a lie that the other police officer came in to protect the LAPD so they didn't have to pay a wrongful death lawsuit to Mrs. Wallace for the murder of Biggie Smalls. Are you getting this now? This fool, former officer Greg Kenning or whatever, that guy is lying. He's a liar and a dirty cop, like most of the LAPD at that time. Racist too. Brought in a female to lie and said everything. This is what he did. He's the guy that interviewed Keefe D to get this whole thing rolling, and now he's writing books on it and everything to make money off of it. Because he's a liar. Don't have to be there to know. I was alive during the time. I was grown during the time. Y'all wasn't. Y'all were like little babies. You don't know nothing. We know what happened. Nobody jumped out of a car and ran up on the car and shot Pac. Another lie. That podcasters gonna keep spinning in circles and cycles. There ain't nobody jump out no car and start shooting Pac and Suge. Okay, it's just lies. Stop the lying. Okay, what happened is what happened, and that's that. Leave it. Quit adding and remixing and putting stuff on because you want to sell a podcast. Poochie didn't do any of it. Was not there. He wasn't there that night, wasn't seen that night, wasn't in the car that night. So anybody who said he was, those are the people you got to look at. Why would you be saying that? Who's paying you to say that? Because he know he wasn't. So anybody who said he was there, why are you saying he was there? And look at them. And look at who they're connected with. Vlad and Reggie. Reggie. Okay, well, Reggie. Why would Reggie be saying it? Because Reggie is connected with the cop. He connected with them. They've all done interviews with the guy. So they gonna ride with his narrative. Exactly. And what Mob gonna do? Right? Mob broke. So what Mob gonna do? He gonna go along with Vlad, Reggie, and the rest of them, right? Now, let's get this situation over with. Okay? The parties that you've heard previously, listen to Richard Poole's side of the story. That is the closest to the truth you're ever gonna get. Reggie never checked me, homie. There's nothing he can check. He better check his blood pressure. That's about the only thing he can check. But no, I already told you about him. his whole life. He's a fanboy. He's always been a fanboy. He'll tell you himself. He got posters of these dudes on his wall. Then he started working there. They put him in charge because everybody else was gangsters and criminals. Reggie was the only one that can get away with it. And that's why I don't talk to him. He wanted me to do an interview. Come on there. Come on the channel, man. Talk, man. Let's talk about some stories. I'm like, dog, I don't talk to dirty cops. I don't. I don't. I look at you as a dirty cop. How am I a dirty cop? I wasn't a cop no more. Just because you ain't a cop no more, when you went to death row, don't mean you was dirty before you came to death row. You're a dirty cop. Your dad, I believe, is a dirty cop. Hell, you went to jail for being a damn dirty cop. I'm serious. Colonel, if you're not getting your notifications, this is what I advise. Go to the send feedback button, right? Matter of fact, I think I could do y'all one better. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to help y'all out with that situation. But going back to that situation there, my thing is, Reggie went through jail, right, for doing X, Y, and Z. Why would I want to have or do any business with you? I'm not a gangster at all. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm not ever going to sit down and do business with somebody that's telling with the police, nothing like that. That's not my MO. It's not what we do as people. Well, it don't really matter because when you look at situations that don't normally go the way you think it should go, well, you want to always be the commander in chief. You want to always be the one that is actually doing the things that you're supposed to do or want to do. It's too much of it. It's too much of the lying, the cheating. It's too much of the deceptions that's going on. They've been deceiving y'all and the people that don't know any better. Diddy had nothing to do with Tupac being hit. He's only responsible for the negligence in the Biggie situation. Negligence. It wasn't no strategy set up to do X, Y, and Z. He took it under a false sense of security that because Suge was behind bars, it was okay to go out to California at that time when it was still hot. And it's like, hey, we got to go market this album. You know, this is what we got to do. It was like, no, man, chill out. Don't do that. People warned him. Jay-Z got a warning and went home. He was going to do a show out there. And he was like, nah, I'm going to go home. He wasn't going out to Cali. You see, Jay was one of those sneak dissing dudes, like sneak dissing at a club show that he would get on the mic and he dissed Tupac on this little mixtape freestyle thing, and that was it. Other than that, he wasn't, he throw little slick lines. Like on 22 Twos, when he was talking about too much West Coast dick licking, too many people on their mission doing their best Jay-Z rendition, too many agate. I got my suspicion that you just a fish in a pool of shark niggas. Listen. So when he came out, like Pac heard his whole album and felt like, oh, Biggie associated himself with dude? Okay. It's on. Plus, it's just like now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like now. How people come up and start. Shouts out to Marvin Keller. I think I've been sent you a shout out. Thank you for the Cash App. They don't want it pushed. Yeah. They know who car was used for the shooting. The police got it like basically the next day. They knew it was his rounds that he had. Those gecko shells wasn't even made public yet. It was very limited people that had the gecko rounds. Those gecko type shells that shot, normally they stay with the person. Those are not made to like go through somebody and then go out and hit somebody else. Now we can get those shells everywhere. But that's why nobody else in the car got hit. Yeah, it was too much going on at the time. Byron Jackson, thank you for the Cash App. I think I did, but I appreciate you, bro. That was huge. Puffy had nothing to do with the Tupac shooting at Quad Studios. Nothing. That had everything to do with what Tupac did and what he went through. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt, because I look at it in a way that most of the other people look at it. The Quad City Studio, they were there to record with Little Sean. So they was over there. Andre Harrell and Puff is on the floor with where Little Sean is supposed to be and everything else. Puff's just hanging out there with them because that's who he normally is hanging with. He with Andre, they sitting there talking. he don't even know Big and them upstairs already. They recording Players Anthem. They was up there recording that song. Somebody told them, yeah, Big and them upstairs at the other studio. But see, nobody, if you're on the West Coast, you don't know nothing about that. All you don't know how it's set up, the floors, the levels, how you might not even see somebody that's in the same studio because y'all not on the same floor. Everybody on different floors. So they on the top floor. Diddy them is. Puff Big them at. And the whole situation Puff is just there with Andre Harrell. And this is what me and Gene Deal had a disagreement in because Gene never knew. He never knew that Andre, because he thought Andre Harrell didn't like Tupac. And I was like, Gene, that is completely. He was, no, you know them white folks. I'm like, Gene, no. Gene, that's incorrect. So Gene's story is correct. It's just that his insinuation in Andre Harrell was incorrect. So I just had to enlighten him on that. So there's never a beef with me and Gene at all. We good. So the thing is, Andre Harrell was trying to get him on New York Undercover. And he needed that at the time. He was like, good, man, because I need to change this perception. And people were scared of Tupac, like at the time, because he had a ban from Fox. Fox had banned him completely. He can't be on none of they had the lawsuit going on. What happened in Living Color with the limo driver. The limo driver sued Tupac, Fox, and in Living Color. So Tupac was banned. And Malik Yoba brought him to the set of New York Undercover, and they met Tupac like, me against the world pop. He came in like that, and they were blown away. So he sat down with Andre. He was like, just tell me everything. Tell me everything, because I got to go tell the bosses. So I want you to sit down and talk to me. And I'm going to go talk to them, and then I'm going to bring you in front of them. And as soon as Tupac told him what happened, and about the situation and how this is a lie and all of that, he was like, oh, okay. And he's being set up and all of these different things. So he said, all right, well, I'm going to go talk to the bosses. And then I'm going to bring you in front of them bosses to talk to them. So they had nothing but love. He wanted Tupac on New York Undercover. You know how huge this show would have been if Tupac was on there? This Tupac from Poetic Justice. He know what the brothers see. Tupac got love in the streets in New York. He had love out there. So putting him on New York Undercover was huge. So, yeah, right after that, it was the Quad Studio situation. And wrong. Jimmy was with, he's connected with Jack. And Jimmy had feelings about the situation and decided to handle it after Tupac went to a club, and somebody from the Daily News or whoever that was out there, Pac just came out of the club and he was telling his side of the story. He wasn't talking to Jack now because Jack wanted to explain to him what was going on because they heard he was mad. He was blowing up over the situation, how everybody got arrested and then he's the only one that's charged. And you and him went in together, but he the only one on trial. No, that's because Karceno just got out the hospital. Karceno just got out the hospital, bro. So that's why we weren't doing a lot of live streams, I had to go do my follow-ups at the hospital and everything, come back, hospitals. We weren't doing a lot of live streams. So that's why now we finna hit the ground running. Y'all finna get the videos on the Patreon that you didn't know you was finna get. Like the Nas and Shyne situation, everything. So he wanted to explain to Pac what he was doing. Now, whether he's an informant or not, y'all got to take that up with them. That's their business. From what I know, what I've heard, Jimmy had a problem with what Tupac was saying. And he needed to be made an example out of by taking his jury. One, because nobody do anything involving guns down in that area of New York. That's not going to happen. Where Quad Studio is, there's none of that. Because of the way the police is down there, they don't want none of that heat, none of that action. You're going to fist somebody, you might cut somebody. You don't shoot nobody in Quad City. You don't do it. Jimmy decided to call up his crew and said, we're going to do an action. We're just going to jack this dude. Take his jury, and then he'll know it's real out here, you know, and that you don't play these games. And allegedly, Pac went for his pistol, and then a shot went off. While he was on the ground and all this, he went in his pants, allegedly shooting himself, made them jump, and then start, bow, 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 shooting Pac up. And now it's time to go. We got to get out of here. And they broke out. So they go. The rest of that thug life that was there picked him up. Pac is up. He gets to the elevator. He's pressing the buttons, and he wants to get up to the elevator to the floor he was supposed to go to. He gets up in there, and he's sitting down. And he was like, yo, let me get some weed. And they looking at him, and he was like, everybody looking at me like they saw a ghost. Like I was supposed to die down there. Why am I upstairs? No, they looking like, dude, you shot. Like, what the F is going on? Yeah, we looking at you like we seeing a ghost. We like, what the is going on? You coming up here and they see you. Everybody rushed to help you. People getting you towels, everything. If these people wanted to harm you, Andre Harrell or Diddy, they ain't gonna try to help you in no kind of way. First of all, and this is why I hate when people make these insinuations, Puff ain't gonna be there. If he known there's a hit going on, Puff knew it was a hit. Why is he there? Puff is, Puff. Puff ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be nowhere around. He might book a flight out of town that day if he knows something like that going down. And he ain't gonna have none of his artists in that building. That don't make no sense. Then he'd be like, Jamaica, now. Flight, I don't care, I need to be gone. Right. Lil Sean was supposed to do the song. Right. So he wanted 5 G's to do it because he was like, I don't know him, so I'm going to need like 5 G's, 10 G's or 5 G's to do the song. Back then, yeah, that's very little amount of money, right? For a feature. Because rappers didn't know how much people were really making off songs then. Now people getting paid $500,000 for a feature, $250K, you know. So after Tupac go to the bathroom and he's trying to pee, that's when he realized he's like, it's gunpowder, it's burning, and he's like, what's going on? And that's when he noticed he was shot you know, in the balls. So when they came there in the ambulance and picked him up, they wrapped his head, they wrapped everything around him. While he was locked up, after he got out the hospital, he started going from house to house. He went from the girl he was sleeping with, Kenya, Jasmine Guy kept him. He couldn't stay at, because Jada Pinkett wanted to take care of him. She was like, let me take care of Pac. They was like, no, we can't do that because they know where you live. So we got to be somewhere no one's going to know, where Pac's going to be in case they try to come finish the job. And that's what Pink Pac is like. Pac's not thinking this was a robbery. They set me up in a robbery. He's thinking they tried to take me out. And they trying to take me out now because I survived. So he got everybody there. There's 30 guns everywhere. He got a gun under the pillow. He got a gun in his hand. He's paranoid. He's completely paranoid. Everybody's trying to help him, calling to see if he all right. He was like, who is that? No, don't talk to him. They cool with them. They cool with them. They don't need to know where I'm at. No. Don't talk to them. So it's a lot of people he didn't trust in that situation. And the more he saw Stretch, the more and more he didn't trust him. And the more he was like, why you didn't do this, Stretch? Why you didn't do that? Why are these people so cool with you? And the fact that Stretch was more showing allegiance to them as he's being the messenger, coming back, making him, it was like in Sparta, even the messenger could be held guilty for his words. So watch what you say. Even the messenger can get it now. So you got to watch how you deliver the message. And that's really what it was. But I couldn't see him being down with that. Stretch felt disrespected. Yeah, he said something because they told him that. Jimmy told, dude need to just take it on the chin. This is why it went down. Nobody was out to get you. It's just a robbery. Let it go. Now, don't go to war. You don't go to war unless you got your paper right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna go to war. Your paper better be right. So let it go. That's how they was telling Pac to let it go. That was the message. Let it go. It was a robbery because you embarrassed them. You know what it is. He knew all of this. He knew why it happened, who did it, why it went down. He was in jail thinking Biggie and them had something to do with it because while he was going out on the stretcher, he see them putting Biggie and them, Lil C's and all them up against the wall. But they were doing that with everybody. So he don't know. Pac don't know all of what's doing what. He didn't really know until he was in Rikers. And they came up there and talked to him in Rikers and told him, dude, this is what's happening. Okay? This is what's happening. These guys did it. You know this and that. They ain't had nothing to Big and them ain't had nothing to do with that. And he was like, I know. He's like, yeah, I know. So-and-so told me. He was cool, Big father. Big went to the hospital, talked to Pac's father. He talked to some of the dudes that was in the Outlaws. He talked to Stretch because they was all cool with Stretch. And that's where I had a problem with Tupac, is when he did that. Because he was now lying. Deceptionally lying. And I didn't like that. That's a true statement. That dude was cool with Big, but he ain't Big's homeboy. Jack ain't Big's homeboy. He know him. He know of him. But that ain't his homeboy. And they did not relay the message back like, you don't know Biggie homeboy. Tupac family, his cousin told him from jail who did it, who was responsible, the whole nine. His cousin that did the interview and told you. I'm the one that told him in jail. Because I'm locked up over here. We heard when the whole thing went down. His cousin was locked up. Pac knew who was responsible. He did an interview in the Vibe magazine naming every single body. Kevin Powell, the writer of that article, the guy who sat there and did it, he was so scared. He didn't want to put their name in the magazine. He failed Tupac, and Tupac never liked him ever since. And he sent you a letter and said, you let me down. He said, you let me down. You lied to get the interview, but you ain't had no courage, no, man, I don't want to die. Them guys might come kill me. Why would they kill you? I'm in jail where these dudes could come and get me. You lied, bro. You lied. And you deceived me. You failed me. You ain't honorable. Because he sat there, Pac gave him, and he got the audio. That's why he went and released some of the audio years later of Pac actually naming the people. In the article, he went in there and named these people that was responsible, that really was responsible. And you decided to give them other names because you ain't want no responsibility for it. I don't want no responsibility for it, so some of the names had to be redacted. And we did it this way, and this is little guy. And I'm like, oh man, now you didn't. Right, that made it worse. Because had you put out Pac's word of what really happened, the people that was supporting them would have looked at them the other way. Yeah, he kept calling him Nigel. Yeah. So he failed them. He failed them. So by doing that, now Pac is in more danger because they say, oh, this dude talking now? So now you put him in more danger. And the situation where Fat Joe and the terror squad had his back when he was in Rikers, but now he's going to Clinton Correctional Facility. So now he needs some extra protection up in there until he actually got around some people he knew. K-Dub 101. I have been plugged in this industry since 1994. Okay? Since 1994. Do you think I don't know what happened in 97, 96, 95? Dog, do you understand? See, you probably don't remember this era. Rappers weren't superstars like that. They superstars to us, but they were local. Like in the mainstream of things, rap wasn't what you think. They weren't on that platform yet. So they would be in the hood. Rappers used to come to the record stores. We knew the people. Rappers hang out with people from the hood who broke. They got family members who broke in the hood. Okay? Do you realize we know Common? Do you realize Kanye West and all the people that Kanye know, I know? Do you know that? Do you know any of this? Did you know that in 1994, Kel from Keenan and Kel from Good Burger, hey, welcome to Good Burger, yeah. He was a rapper. Did you know my cousin, whose birthday it is today, was in the group with him? Do you know he lived around the corner from me? Do you know that he got a show called All That with Brian Robbins, who's now the president of Universal Music now? Are you connecting the dots? Do you know he was right-hand man to Russell Simmons and had a job working with Def Jam? He produced and directed the movie The Show that came out that year. All the acts if you ever watched All That, if you was a kid, every guest was a musical act. TLC, everybody used to show up there. So yes, how many times do I have to prove? We've been around the industry a very long time, sir. The Nick Cannon, Beyonce, you wouldn't know nothing about that if I didn't show the photo. If I didn't show you the photo of Nick Cannon and Beyonce, nobody has that. But yours truly. So, my credentials are known. Okay? My credentials are known. The story didn't change. It's still been the same. Been knowing Floyd Mayweather since 1995. So being around celebrities and entertainment and knowing what's happening in the business and meeting characters in the streets, who knew what? We knew about the whole Quad City studio because a guy I showed you who's Haitian, who's a rapper that Jimmy Henchman was pushing, and they were in Wyclef's studio, and my cousin them there, and they recording a track with Nobody, who you don't know who Nobody is. He's the producer that made Can't Knock the Hustle for Jay-Z. He made that beat. Can't Knock the Hustle. Yeah, with Mary J. That's Nobody. He produced a song for Kel for his album that never came out that ended up on NBA 95. The NBA 95 video game. He had that beat and gave it to them. It was a song that never came out called Kel Rock. And it was Kel's by himself. Kel Rock, maybe we was gonna rock. That whole track was given to NBA, sold to the NBA, licensing for NBA 95, Live 95. Look, this just off the top of my dome. I could go down this list forever. So let's just say, and I know what I'm talking about, all right? I know about the Quad City Studios from that guy. And that's how we knew how much Wyclef Jean did not like Tupac. And you listen to the Fugees album and it turns your whole life over. Cowboys, all he talking about, he been dissing Tupac that whole Fugees album. So when Tupac say the Fugees is trying to do me, this is what he's talking about. Because Wyclef is cool with Jimmy and all the rest of them Haitian dudes. They did not like Pac. NBA Live 95, baby. Now, no, they asked, because they was at the show, right? And they was talking about the Fugees, and they was like, what you think about Tupac and all this? They was like, hey, Tupac, we want to, much love for him, but the East Side is the best side. So he took that as a diss. Where's the Patreon link? You need my Patreon link? Okay. I didn't know why you would need it, but if you need it, there it is. Just go to Patreon and go to Karceno for life. But if you need the link, there it is. No, No, well, you got to understand it. These are the people that we run into on the regular. So I don't know what they thinking. Because Sean Puffy Combs is he's cut from a different cloth. Now, when you start talking about Diddy, and hit the like button for this, for those who don't know. If you ever run across Sean Puffy Combs, what you're going to notice is that it's always going to be a situation. You know what I'm saying? So when you start getting people who don't understand the business, they don't understand the process, they don't understand what people are faced with. They don't understand that these situations go left. They don't get it. Diddy's in that cell right now, and he's going through a complete summary of what it is in reality. Like, he's a high-profile celebrity. So they have a high-profile selection where people who have high-profile cases are. So the general public want to get over there to where he is. And Diddy, they want to impress Diddy and all these things, and they're fighting over who's going to do it, make his bed, all of this stuff. Diddy's pretty much running that section of the prison because this is what he does. Diddy knows how to work himself in a crowd. Yeah, come on, baby. Yeah, I know we locked up, but we can't be locked up here. They ain't going to break our spirit. Yeah, we going to smile every day. We smiling, baby. We smiling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. God got us. We going to be good. Hey, how your case looking? Don't worry about it. God got you. You're going to be good. Bless you. Why are you looking? Man, they going to they finna lock me up, dude. They going to keep me in here if they added another body to the case. Yeah, man. But, he had to go. He had to go. Okay, just hey, work with your lawyers. Don't say nothing you don't have to. Yeah, you're going to be all right. Brother love. Diddy, yeah. They saying, man, they got the DNA from that finger I swallowed. Yeah, I bit his finger off. I shouldn't have did that. That DNA, they kind of doing me in with that. Well, talk with your lawyers and pray to God every day. Yeah. He's like, man, it tasted like a burrito. Tastes like a burrito. Yeah, but Took a while to digest, but they went through my doo-doo and got the finger. Yeah. Shouldn't have swallowed it whole. I should have tried to chew it up a little bit. But yeah, might be in here for a little longer than I thought. Sorry, God got you. Now, here's somebody else saying this too. I'm defending Diddy. How am I defending Diddy? What have I said in defense of Diddy? Come on, July. Tell the world, what have I said that's in the defense of Diddy? Don't worry, I'll wait. What have I said that's in the defense of Diddy? Or am I not stating right from wrong? I want to hear it. Tell us, what have I said that's in the defense of Diddy? Or am I talking about right and wrong? Diddy's don't look getting out of this clean. Okay, you say Diddy's guilty based off what? July Cunningham, guilty of what? How is he guilty? What is he being guilty of? Diddy was robbing his artists. No, he wasn't, because if he's not being charged of robbing artists. He hadn't been taken to court for robbing artists. Do you know it's called a contract, ladies and gentlemen? They signed it. He don't have to do any of the things he did. Okay? He don't have to do any of the things he did. Well, you got to look at the scenarios that are taking place and move on from there. We're looking into an era, or we're moving towards an era where people now have to make a decision on what it is that is best for them beneficially and move on. You see, it's so much disdain from everybody in the game that they're not getting it, B. They're not getting it. That part hurt because people are not getting and understanding what it is to be one of the chosen in the selection of many. When you start going down that direction, yeah, having all that hair on my head for a minute felt weird. I ain't had that kind of hair in a minute, so it feels weird to be back to my short hair self. Oh, you missed the video we did yesterday when you say I don't do nothing good about the Knicks, and we talked good about the Knicks, and you missed it. You know why you missed it? YouTube said the hell with it. They ain't sending it out. Kevin Owensby said he's guilty of drugging men and women. How? Where's the proof of that? Do they have any proof of Diddy drugging women and men? Is he on the tape like, take that, take that, take that. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah. Now, this is exactly what I told y'all was going to happen to Gene Deal. What's happening right now. Everybody now is trying to tie. Oh, yeah, I'm finna watch the Cavs and Celtics. They finna try to tie this situation to that situation. They're going to try to tie and rope in as they tried to do the other bodyguard. Now they're going to do Gene Deal. When they was going after my man, I was like, no, not Big Smooth, Cam guy. Yeah, they tried to rope him in the situation. He ain't got nothing to do with anything. He wasn't even Diddy bodyguard like that. So when that went down, I was like, now they're going to flip this on Gene. Watch. And I saw that Gene got to be careful because they will turn around and try to flip and pull him in just like this dude choked the joke. This lying slob. So all he do is lie. And the same thing, choke the joke is a liar. Okay? He knows nothing. He got all his information from calling Gene. Hey, yo, Gene, they said that Big did this. Did you know about that? And then he was like, man, look, don't put that stuff out. He told him, yo, okay. All right, yeah, all right, I'll sit on it. And like 5 minutes later, here comes a video, and somebody calls like, dude, do you know this dude just put out a video saying that, X, Y, and Z? And then he's talked to him again on the phone like, yo, Big Gene was, man, we just talked, and you said you wasn't finna put no video out. I can't change my mind. He's like, I hung up on the phone. I hung up the phone on that fool. And that tells you everything you need to know about Choke the Joke. He started this whole thing with me. I don't know you. Where do I know you from? I don't know this guy, man. Karceno, man. When did I ever meet you? When we ever cool, bro? I'm like, when did I ever say you was cool? I was so mad when he got in my chat. I had to let him know. So then when he was going off on me, because that's what he does. He's like a buddy hustler. Another YouTuber was mad at me because I was getting more views than him. And they mad at me for it. It's the stupidest thing in the world, right? So he's taking his side. Yeah, this dude don't know nobody and all that. He getting all these views. That don't make no sense. I'm on your side. So he on his side, right? And they both was going back and forth. So to support him, even though I'm giving him shouts out because he made the tunnel videos. So that's what we know him from here in Chicago, because we had those things on bootleg, had them in the mom and pop stops. So that's why we had the videos, we popping in, watching it. So I remember him from those videos. That's it. Me and this dude have a conversation. He asked me why in the world is this and this. Where do I know you from? I told him, I was like, dude, I met you. I know of you from this and this. I ran into you after I left the boxing fight. I was never in a boxing fight. Didn't say you were at the boxing fight. I was at the boxing fight. It was Miguel Cotto fight in New York. We knew all about it, bro. I was there. I got on the shuttle bus. They took us the shuttle to the party, to the hotel. We had shuttle buses. I'm media, dog. I cover the boxing fights. I'm known. So I don't know what you want me to do. I was in the boxing media. Ask anybody in boxing media in New York, they've heard of Karceno. Period. That's all they can tell you. But anyway, I'm going on the shuttle. Me and my homie there, we arrive, and as soon as we get there, this dude got a camera. He got a camera around, like one little thing around his arm, whatever. He got on some blue jeans and that. I'm in a suit. And I'm like, my boy looks at him. I just get off the shuttle, and this is a white lady too. She's got a camera, and they had like a little like red carpet's interest for those who's coming in red carpet. We weren't coming in red carpet. We on the side. We already in there. He's like in that area. Like we walk in, and I was like, oh, that's the dude who made those videos. You made the tunnel. Yeah, what's your name? I can't even remember. He's like, choke the joke. Choke no joke. Yeah, I'm like, choke. Yeah, okay. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I remember you. Yeah. Yeah, all right, man. Good seeing you. All right, gave him a dap and we walked off. This dude was, why you didn't take a picture with me? You're the cameraman. You are the cameraman. You got the camera. I take pictures with stars, not let me take a picture with cameraman. I had to explain to my homie who you were. I'm like, remember those old VHS tapes we used to have? Yeah, that we put in the machine. Yeah, that's the guy who used to film it. Yeah, it was him. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what's up. They didn't look at you as somebody. The people that got in that place didn't look at you as a somebody. You was there with a camera. I don't even know if you was hired. You probably was just in there with a camera. So Choke the Joke can do whatever he can. I mean, whatever he do, let that bum do it. Ain't nothing he can say. He's the guy who gets his jaw broke. He's the guy that's getting ran out on. He the one ain't getting no money. I didn't get no money though. You got paid. Everybody got paid except for me. Why I'm not getting no money? Cause you stupid. Stupid people ain't supposed to get money. Ain't no beef. Don't care about no Choke the Joke. Okay? We ain't buddies, we ain't partners, and we damn sure ain't friends. I'm just pointing out the fact that he's a liar. Okay? He takes people's stories and remix them and throw them out all effed up because he can't remember it because he don't know what the hell he's talking about. That's why I'm like, how did anybody grab this idiot? Oh my God. Whenever he's involved in something, it is just horrible. Did you remember when the girl that was going after Charlemagne, saying that Charlemagne did all this stuff to her? Remember when Charlemagne was saying that? And I mean, she was saying that about Charlemagne. And she had the videotape going through the scenes. Oh my God. That was the worst videotape job I had ever seen in my life. Like he was like filming a documentary with a handheld camcorder he had from like 1995. Dog, I swear to you, it was horrible. It was like shaky cam, and then I went up the stairs, and you seeing somebody finger on the damn camera, and then I walked up these stairs. And he was like, we need justice for her. Then he falls out with the girl and was like, because she was working with Star, he get mad at Star now. Well, then Moon and cross me. Moon did this and then Moon did that. Man, Moon. This clown. I swear, I said, man, I can't with this guy, man. I just can't. I don't want nothing to do with him. Because after we talked and he said, we cool, 5 minutes later, 5 minutes later, the dude did a video. After talking to me, we was on Instagram. I believe Instagram or Twitter, one of them. And me and him had a conversation. And after that conversation, he was like, all right, yeah, we good. Then he goes live on like IG, blasting me. Yeah, and then this dude, man, Karceno, man, you be lying. And just, I was like, oh, wow. I was in the comment section of that live stream like, that's what we doing? All right. Then I went to tear his ass up. I gave him all the smoke he wanted. Then he was like, man, dog, why don't you leave me alone? I was like, you wanted this smoke. So now, yeah, then it was leave me alone. He went from that to leave me alone. So it was like, all right. Yeah, he remixed any story because he don't know really too much of nothing. The stuff he did know, it's all dated now. So he don't know nothing new. That's why he ran out of New York. He can't go back to New York. He's out somewhere in the skirts of Atlanta because dude's waiting on him to come back to New York. I swear if he running the Gene deal. Gene gonna be, hey, I done told you before, keep my name out your mouth. I ain't gonna tell you again. Or I'm gonna be two hots in the cot. Yeah, shouts out to Gene, man. Shouts out to Gene deal. Well, I mean, his mom's is a clucker, so she ain't finna leave where the product at. She wasn't gonna leave where that product at. Is he getting $10 a month or $10K a month? I don't know what you're saying there. He got 100K subs and getting $10 a month. That seemed like some choke business right there. Okay, look, I'll tell you what. We'll get you to 100,000 subs and we'll pay you $1 a sub. Wow, $1 a sub? Yep. So you'll get 100K for your whole entire YouTube career. That sounds great to me. Pay you in increments, $10 a month. Good. I'm not dissing his mom. I'm just saying New York has a high drug rate, drug usage rate. And, I'm just saying. It's a lot of drugs there. And I don't think she's going to want to leave a drug environment to go into some place where there's not a lot of drugs for her to get. That's all I'm saying. He can take that out if he wants. I know. Thank you for helping Comedy Hype. Comedy Hype is like, thank you. Comedy Hype is making all the money. And watch, he gonna fall out with them next too and go to somebody else. Man, Comedy Hype, this all they wanted to give me. And they making money off my video.
I want to see the numbers. I see this doing 83,000. Man, I only got this much.
It's like, because you're stupid. Yeah, you're stupid. Everybody gonna take advantage of this idiot. And that's but you ruin your credibility by having somebody like that around. But knock yourself out. I don't want nothing to do with him on no level.
And you'll be, look, your page is dead. Your page is dead.
I'm like, okay, well, if it's dead, then why is there people in my chat? I be doing okay, man. I do all right. I mean, I don't want to brag. You know, you ducking and running in and out of holes like a mouse. I don't live that life. Everybody see me. Everybody in my chat see me. You know where I be. I be everywhere. I'm at the movies. I'm at the clubs. I'm at the games. I'm pulling up on LeBron James at the game, sitting damn near court, sunny side, dog. What are you talking about? Cino be everywhere. I'm in Cali. I'm in Florida. I'm everywhere. I move around. You see that globe right there? See that globe? The whole world in my hands. I can travel. Now, right, titty bar, casinos, everywhere. You ain't never there. And Choke, why would I ever care? Your name is Choke. Your name is Choke. Literally, Choke. Choke. You ran out on your mans in Europe. Dame Dash out there fighting dudes. They fighting cats, a whole gang out there in Europe. You running out there as the cameraman. Ah! You running the store.
Lock the door, man. They out there fighting and scrambling, man. Lock the door.
You begging for them to lock the door. They out there, where Choke at? They beating people with your equipment. Grabbing your, whack, hitting them with the damn camera stands. Whooping them with the camera stands. They hitting us with Choke. Where the hell is Choke?
Choke in there like, damn, they getting rumbled out there. Don't open this door. Call policia. Damn, they rumbling dudes out there. Damn. Oh, man, they ain't bleeding from the head. Yo, that's messed up, Joe.
Then, I mean, you gotta be the biggest clown in the world. Everywhere you go, you sit down.
Yeah, Jay-Z broke my jaw.
Jay-Z broke your jaw? Oh, you should go listen to the Lisa Ray and Karceno interview on the Patreon. His claim to fame is that
Diddy tried to get up with me. He tried to seduce me. The producer BT tried to sleep with me. And I got my jaw broke. And then I ran away when them gangs in France tried to jump us. I ran.
That's your claim to fame. The executive producer at BET tried to sleep with you. Diddy tried to sleep with you. Jay-Z broke your jaw. You ran from friends on Dame Dash. Yeah, Stephen Hill. No, I believe Stephen Hill did that. Without a doubt. Stephen Hill did that to you. Right? You ran out on Dame. Diddy tried to get up with you. And Jay-Z broke your jaw. That's your whole life in 4 statements. And each time, what have you done in those situations? And in all of the situations, you didn't get no money. Oh, I ain't heard him talk about him sleeping with Lisa Ray. Absolutely. Oh, this is a TB12 hoodie. 7-time champion. You ain't see the back? Let's see the back of it. How does that back look like? 7-time world champ. That's what being a 7-time champion look like. Woo! Thank you. I feel good being out the hospital, you know? They try to put you on drugs and you say no. That's the best thing that you can do. No. I'm in there directing. Give me some of that IV stuff. This I can't take. Yeah, I just need some relaxants. I just need some rest. Yeah, give me that IV and kick here and rest for a minute. Come in here, test my vitals. That's all I need you to do is test my vitals, really. And then I can go home. We'll take a nap. Y'all run the test. Well, we recommend, I recommend you give me nothing that says medication. I take care of that on my own. I guarantee you, whatever you say the symptom is, I could find something natural that will help. That ain't gonna make my feet turn into Fred Flintstone. They gonna try to subscribe some medicine. In the beginning, your feet may swell, but then that's gonna go down. And then I'm like, that don't sound good at all. As soon as they say medicine, I said, what are the side effects? I didn't let them finish telling me what the medicine can do for me. What are the side effects? Well, some people have had their feet get big and then they go back down. I'm like, I ain't trying to walk around with no Fred Flintstones. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but I'll figure it out. But I recommend I'm good on my own. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Smoke a Lot. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to your brother and everything, man. All right, but I'm about to get out of here and get to this game, y'all. This game was something live. So I want to get to it, make sure you know, we up to date with everything. So I want to say thanks again for checking out the video, and we'll keep you another update when we can. Absolutely. So love, peace, and hair grease, and everything in between. And choke the joke. Stop lying. Stop remixing people's stories. So shouts out to everybody that I stated before. Now, this is going to go into the Patreon hour. Yeah. For my Patreons, I got a little stuff I was holding back that I'm finna let loose. Of it. Then we're going to go to the Patreon side. So, once again, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out in case you were here and didn't hit the like button before. Share the video. If you weren't receiving your notifications, make sure that you're subscribed and you hit all on the notifications. Make sure you're on your mobile phone. You turn on all notifications to your YouTube and everything else. Have to turn on your notifications. And I'll do everything on my end. And I'm out.